Hello, dear ones. So, I had gotten a new type of divination deck the other week, and I've been practicing with it quite often. I enjoy it. It's a fortune-telling playing card deck called the Gypsy Witch. It comes in this little box. And what it's basically about is it's following the instructions of playing card divination, fortune-telling, by a Mademoiselle Lenormand. My French is terrible. But basically Mademoiselle Lenormand. And she was a very famous mystic and French occultist. She was a famous prophet as well, who was said to have foretold about Napoleon's coming, his rise and his fall. And so she was very prominent in the aristocratic community of France, especially within the occult circles. And her instructions for utilizing playing cards for fortune telling are quite interesting, and I could see why the author wanted to preserve her instructions. But it has a lot to do with the idea of cards being near or far from the card that represents your reader. For those who are sensitive to gender-specific material, I'm sorry to say that there is only male and female, woman and man representations, but you can get creative here, and no one says you can't. So, without further ado, I will show you how to do the short read. Now, in the short read, you have your client shuffle the cards, as they would. And as they're shuffling the cards, they need to think of something they wish to manifest in their lives, a wish, that is. They think it to themselves, and then you take the deck from them when they're ready, cut it into three. They cut it. First they cut it with the right hand to the right, and you take your left hand in the middle, left to right. I usually say something a little esoteric here, like may the wheel turn in your favor, or may those who watch over you with perfect love and perfect trust guide you. Something like that. Then you count out the cards like so until you get to a joker. There are about 3 jokers in the deck. You can use at least one, but whatever number the joker lands on, that's your answer. So an even number means that it is most likely going to happen. A odd number means that it is less likely to happen, but it's never really a strict no or yes on the wish. So let's just say we might as well go all balls here. I'll make a wish here. My wish will be will I get a car this month? And then we'll do this. Now, if I was the reader, I would then, or if I was the one being read to, I would then take the cards and split it into 3s with my right hand to the right. The reader would take the cards from the middle with their left hand to the left, to the right. I mean, the wheel turned in my favor. So now we count the cards out loud. 1, and we make sure we can see if the joker appears. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that was an odd number that a joker appeared on, which means it is not likely to happen this month, me getting a car. But I kind of already knew that. So you don't have to shuffle the cards right away again. The instructions say you simply collect the cards, put them at the bottom. Then you need to take out all the jokers. Since I am identified as a man, I will take the man card, and that will be the ace card. So it will be the number 18 card. So the cards are numbered. I'm just going to show you the example here. This is the Queen of Spades, but she actually represents amour, or love, and she's the number 42 card. See what I'm saying? So that's how the cards are a little different and the way that they do their meanings and whatnot. So we're looking for all the jokers and the 2 significator cards, which is the man or the woman. Here's the man, number 19, 2 of hearts. And then number 18 is going to be the woman, the joker, and she is the 2 of diamonds. So, seeing as how I identify again, I identify as a cis male. I'm going to take that card out, along with the jokers, place them off to the side, put this significator right in the middle. Now we're doing a short read. A short read is just 2 circles around. It's very easy. So we're going to take the cards. We're going to go. You just got to cut it again. You know what I'm saying? Now, you don't really need to ask a question. You can have a question in mind. This is more of an overview of energies that are happening now, and the story is told to you by the reader. A little different from the tarot. So here we go. So this is the first circle around the significator. It's 9 cards, right? A total of 18 now. Because then you do it again. 1, 2, right, 3 there, 3 on top. Actually, more like this. So, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I lied, 17 cards. Alright, so, now we read the cards that are in the first circle around the significator first. And then we look at the cards on the outside. The closer the cards are to the significator, the more intense their influence. So here, I always start with the card to the left of the significator. This is the number 39 card. It says right here, it is the heart, which signifies great joy when near. So since it's right next to the significator, we know that there's great joy that is around me. And then number 16, the ship, which is a symbol of riches, and it indicates wealth when it's near. It is by inheritance or trade, especially when it's near. And it also foretells a voyage. So travel, inheritance of some type, that's around my card. And then we got number 41, the roses, which indicate beauty and rugged health. We already knew that. We didn't need that card. Number 11, the fox, close proximity, August's distrust of acquaintances who are seeking to betray you. Got some foxes in our midst here. And distant, it's less dangerous. So you just gotta take cards like that, look around. We got the coffin, foretells acute illness when near. Distance means averting evil. The snake, which indicates an enmity and calamity. The degree of which is the distance of the card. So not so great cards here. We got suspicious people trying to act weird against me. We got illness and possible loss of property. And then we got calamity at a high degree, which are possibilities. But other cards can also block unlucky cards. Interesting. So these cards right here ain't so great. This one here, though, often means if there's clouds, the dark side of clouds here are near me, that's a divorce or relationship issues. But if the bright side is near me, which it is, then the person ensures domestic happiness. So the people who are in your life will be, cohesive to you. In my immediate realm, what I could say here, putting it all together, is that though there is joy and a voyage coming which will enact inheritance of a type, and then I have beauty and rugged health, there are those amongst me who might be deceptive in their interaction with me, looking to betray me in some manner. So I need to be mindful today of that. And I also should be mindful of my health, since illness is near, and also my things, my property, because there could be a loss occurring there if I'm not careful. Everything that's to the right, I've come to realize, are things that I can be mindful of and that I can block. Things that are to the left are harder for me to see. They are because they are behind me, or they are things that are already happening, and there's nothing else to be done about it. Considering that the lucky cards are on that side, that's good, which means that I believe that these cards have been allowing these cards to not manifest as much. And so you putting that all together, you would also read the cards on the outside. These cards are less effective, but sometimes that's not a good thing. If it's a good lucky card, but only if it's near. If it's far, that's not a good sign. The roads turn to the clouds. So other cards can also affect the reading by how they are next to other cards. Or if other cards are next to each other and this card's out, then that could mean something. It's a little complicated in that regard, especially since it's not a very common symbolism system. It's very one person oriented who taught it with this one obscure time in France. But it's still an interesting system in itself, and I noticed that it does help you portray a story better. So intuitive readers, you're going to love this deck. It's especially if you're a storyteller. It's going to help you put that all together right there. I can see people using this to help with stories of fiction, maybe even poetry or plays, things like that, of that nature. It does give a very big overview on things. And then the wish coming true, that's just like an added bonus for the person to think about as they are going through the reading process with you. This is a sample reading. I'm sure I could gain insight from it if I paid attention to it. But this is mostly to show you guys how the Gypsy Witch fortune-telling playing cards work, and just also what I've been working on. So, once you have laid out the story, you then ask, do they have any questions? If they do, work them out with them. And when you're done, I like to pick up the cards as such. It's to get now this part is totally optional and is of my own mind, but to collect cards in a certain way each time is going to add to the ritual, is going to add to the uniformity, and just help create space, ritual space, within yourself, for the clients. If they see uniform, they're going to know that you're a professional, and they're going to stick around for other readings, hopefully. Definitely, the turnaround rate for readers is quite high. And then I take the last card, and I put that there, at the bottom of the deck, with the other cards we discarded. I put it down, and I just draw one card to the side. This is if they tip, often, or if I just like the person getting the reading. It's an added thing that they should just be aware of. It's a little extra, like something their soul's trying to tell them. And this is a bouquet of flowers, an absolute indication of long, happy life. Children are near, extraordinary honor and bearing. So obviously not honor and fame for me today, but an absolute indication of long, happy life. It means that even though there was bad cards out, or that there's bad luck, or there are suspicious people surrounding me, I can take ease because I will live a long, happy life regardless of those things. And often, especially with tarot and fortune-telling, it shows us that these happenings in life, these events we consider unlucky or things like that, are necessary steps for other things to come into our lives. If we lose, like let's say that piece of property, I do lose it. Well, that just leaves the opportunity for me to gain something that I didn't know I needed. And I probably didn't need that thing anyways, which is why it got taken. Obviously, I don't know if you guys know Party Monster. Seth Green plays James. James says that famous line, perception is reality. How true that is. and especially when it comes to divination. 30% of the divinatory arts is showmanship. How you portray yourself to a person will dictate their understanding, but will also show you how they react to you, a lot about them, which you could utilize in the reading. Anyways, so that is the Gypsy Witch fortune telling playing card deck. Thanks to Mademoiselle de Normand, and I will work on my French and just showing you guys what I've been up to and some new cool divination gear out there. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and may the wheel turn in your favor.